Today we'll explore some of the most famous psychological complexes and what they reveal about human behavior. Oedipus Complex. One of the most famous psychological theories comes from Sigmund Freud. The Oedipus Complex describes a stage in childhood where a boy unconsciously competes with his father for his mother's attention. According to Freud, this stage plays an important role in psychological development. Although the theory remains controversial today, it became one of the most well-known ideas in psychology. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy videos about psychology, human behavior, and fascinating ideas about the mind. Napoleon Complex. The Napoleon Complex describes a situation where a person tries to compensate for a perceived weakness by acting more aggressive or dominant. The name comes from the French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte, who was rumored to be unusually short. Whether the story about Napoleon is true or not, the term is now widely used to describe people who overcompensate for insecurity. God Complex. A person with a God complex believes they are always right and far superior to everyone else. They often reject criticism and believe their decisions cannot be wrong. This complex is sometimes associated with powerful leaders or authority figures who become overly confident in their own judgment. Inferiority Complex. The Inferiority Complex was introduced by psychologist Alfred Adler. It describes a deep feeling of inadequacy or weakness compared to other people. Individuals with this complex may constantly doubt themselves and feel that they are not good enough. Ironically, many successful people are driven by a strong desire to overcome these feelings. Superiority Complex. The Superiority Complex is often the opposite of inferiority. People with this complex act extremely confident and superior to others. But psychologists believe this behavior often hides deep insecurity and self-doubt. Messiah Complex. A Messiah complex occurs when someone believes they are destined to save others or change the world. People with this mindset may feel personally responsible for solving other people's problems. In extreme cases, this belief can lead to unrealistic expectations and burnout. Hero Complex. People with a hero complex constantly try to place themselves in situations where they can become the hero. Sometimes they even create problems just so they can solve them. This behavior often comes from a deep need for recognition and validation. Peter Pan Complex. The Peter Pan Complex describes adults who refuse to grow up emotionally. They avoid responsibility, commitment, and long-term obligations. The name comes from the fictional character Peter Pan, the boy who never wanted to grow up. Cinderella Complex. The Cinderella Complex refers to a subconscious desire to be rescued or taken care of by someone else. This idea is often used to describe individuals who feel dependent on others for emotional or financial security. Persecution Complex. A person with a persecution complex believes that others are constantly plotting against them. They may interpret normal events as personal attacks or conspiracies. This way of thinking can create deep mistrust and anxiety. Martyr Complex. Someone with a martyr complex constantly sacrifices themselves for others while expecting recognition or sympathy. They often believe that suffering proves their moral worth. Savior Complex. People with a savior complex feel a strong need to fix other people's problems. They often become involved in unhealthy relationships where they try to rescue others.